what was your favorite music to listen to when you were on the road?
Wow. Oh, that's a pretty good question. I've always liked rock and roll. And I mean, and I like a variety of music. Oh my gosh, I was a fan of the Doobie Brothers.
Oh, great
Um,
one.
I was a fan of oh my gosh, Fleetwood Mac.
All right.
And I was definitely a fan of their lead singer.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a pretty good looking girl,
Yes, she was.
and could really sing. She could belt it out. And I go all the way from to me, and I think I probably said this on here before, but the greatest entertainer, the most popular entertainer, I think that has ever walked the earth, and still to this day has many followers, and he has followers now because they watch what he did, is Elvis Presley.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just unreal, how popular he was. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just because I mean, if everybody across all genres of entertainment, I think he was probably the most famous of all.
Man, I'm glad you brought up Elvis Presley because today, as we're recording this, it's January 8th, and today it actually marks what would have been the 90th birthday of Elvis Presley. I just saw that online today.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Today. He was
Today
born
would
in 1935.
he would have been how old?
90 years old today.
90 years old today. That sounds about right because I'm 71. So 71, 81, 91, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
20 years, So when he was 20 years old, I was just born.
Yeah.
And when he was 40 years old, I was 20 years old.
You were born in 54. He was born in 35. So yeah, it's he would have actually been. Yeah.
And I didn't know his birthday was in January. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
it's January 8th. Mine's the 18th.
Yeah, just 10 days later. So
Right.
it's awesome that you brought him up. Ted, a question that I hear a lot with the wrestlers that I work with on these podcasts is always, hey, what was the best road song? So you named some great bands there, the Doobie Brothers, Fleetwood Mac. A lot of guys name the same exact song whenever they're asked this question. So I'm wondering what your road song was, and then I'll tell you what everybody else has been saying.
Oh, gosh. A favorite road song?
Mm-hmm. Any that you feel like encapsulated life on the road as a wrestler or whatever the best.
Oh, gosh. It's funny. It's like, when you ask me the question, I just go blank and go, there's so many songs.
I know. I'm kind of putting you on the spot.
Like I remember the songs, but I can't remember their titles sometimes.
Well, the song that most guys name whenever they're asked that question is Turn the Page by Bob Seger. If you know that one. It's it's basically life on the road is what the song is about.
Turn the Page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. And that was one of my favorite songs. And for the same reason. Yep. Because it describes perfectly in a song what we do. And basically, he was probably singing that song to himself because, rock and roll artists, anybody that performs like that, that's what it is. It's the next town, it's the next show, it's the next, party or whatever you're going to do. Turn the page. You get up tomorrow and go do it again.
It's crazy, man. Like, and when I would encourage any listeners who haven't heard that song or haven't heard it in a long time to go and listen to it and think about it in terms of wrestling. There's even one moment where he's singing about walking into like a diner or something, and he's walking in there with long hair, and all the guys are looking at him, like sizing him up, seeing if they could like fight him. And I'm sure that that's not necessarily because of long hair, but if you're a wrestler, you're a big guy walking into a restaurant or a bar, a lot of guys take a look at you and say, like, wonder if I could take that guy.
Yeah.